wind down, catch up, find out what everyone has been doing. What's up, Lily? What's up, Be Your Best? What's up, LVR? Great to see you guys all here. This week on the show, we've got lots of personal questions, lots of business questions, questions about motivation, questions about experiencing change in your life, questions about my personal life. If anyone wants to know anything about that, there are some very vulnerable questions, which I'm hoping that we won't have time for because I don't feel like talking about that right now, but we'll see what happens. And as always, if you're here with me live, thank you so much for hanging out live. Hey, CDs Jackson. What's up, Dream Life LA? What's up, A Glorious Mess? And cheers to everyone for hanging out. Thank God it's Friday. I hope everyone's had a fabulous week. I've actually had quite a fabulous week. It's been really chill this week. Oh, everyone's loving my hair. Is it so much darker? I had a friend say yesterday it's so much darker. I don't think it is. I feel like this is my normal color that I get. So I've had a beautiful week. I want to see how everyone else's week has gone. We had a full moon earlier in the week on Tuesday, and the full moon was all about choosing you and choosing yourself and really aligning yourself with what you're wanting to achieve in this lifetime and what you're wanting to get out of this lifetime. So I feel like for me personally, there was like a lot of decisions that were made on Tuesday that I was like, okay, cool. This is the direction that I want to head in with a few things that were going on in my life. And, you know, I just had a little bit more clarity around that. And then as the week has progressed, there's certainly been more direction around that. So, hey, QVC Dutchland. Hey, Erica. Hey, Abby. Let me know if you guys have some questions live. It's also Burning Man week this week. Hey, Jules Mummy. So normally this time last year, I would be like knee deep in Playa Dust. I'd be in Burning Man, just having the time of my life. Last year's Burning Man, I swore to myself that I would go every single year because it's just so good for my soul. It's so good for my mental health and my physical health, and everything is just like, you know, I love it so much. It's literally just like the biggest heart opening, relaxing, like, mind-blowing experience. I remember my first year at Burning Man, I literally spent the whole like 10 days like this. Like I've just never seen anything like it before ever. So yeah, it's Burning Man this week, so it's sort of a little bit sad that we're not there, but anyway, maybe one day soon we'll get to have an 80,000 person event, but probably not. Okay. It's so amazing, but it's definitely not for everyone. Like you're like, the first year that I went, the 3 people that I went with, they will never go again. Like they are not burners. But then ever since then, all the people that I've been with are like hardcore burners. Like I went twice with my brothers, like my brother and his partner and his crew. And then last year I went with my very good friend in LA, shout out Carla, and we burned together. And it was the first time I burned with a chick, because up until then I'd always burned with dudes, which is sort of how I've always lived my life. I always hang out with boys, but this was the first time I burned with a chick. So it was just fun. Like we could get dressed together, we could like do our glam together, and then we could just like go and take cute photos together. So it was the first year that I've had like the cutest photos. Nathan, you and I are due for a date, babes. So when are we going to set that up? Okay, so Lily has asked on the live chat, how do you stay organized? Okay, do you want to know like my actual apps and things that I use, or do you want to know like my mindset around organization, or what do you want to know there, Lily? So the apps that I use are Evernote. So that's what I'm working on now. Evernote is the app that I use to store all my so you want some apps. So Evernote is what I use to store literally everything that comes out of my brain. So any ideas, any creative ideas, any projects that I'm working on, everything starts in an Evernote. Evernote is basically a post-it note on your computer screen, but way more in depth. So like you can search, like if you knew that you wrote an Evernote back in like 2015 that had the word like Yellow Panther in it, you could search Yellow Panther and it would go back and pull out all of the notes that you've ever written that have that in it. So it's super, super good. I love it. And basically that's my like kind of like hub for all of my, you know, mental thoughts and anything that I'm working on. So I've got an Evernote file for my wine time questions. So when questions come in through the week, I pop them on my wine time, and then at the end of the week, I just search wine time. I pull up the file, and then I read everything off of there. So hey, Kellyanne Fusion Aesthetics. Hey, Rhoda. Hey, UDT. So then with my calendar. So in terms of my calendar, I actually schedule time in my calendar. So, you know, Monday to Friday, whatever it is, I block time out for what I'm doing each day. So I don't actually write tasks or a to-do list. I put it all in my, I don't know where Yellow Panther came from. That's so weird. Happy wine time. Cheers, everyone. So my to-do list is actually on my calendar. So I have my calendar set up, which I use iCal, and I just have like whatever I want to achieve that day, I write on that calendar, and as in like you know, items, not necessarily in the order I'm going to do them, but certainly like what I want to get done that day. And then I also put my meetings in there as well. And then in terms of there's a couple of my students that are all about Trello. Love that you guys are all following the Trello train. Hi Suha, great to see you. Hey Fashion Work, hey everyone. Oh, everyone's just hanging out. I forgot to do a reminder this week, but everyone's still here. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Oh shit, I haven't even checked the Facey pages. I wonder if anyone's hanging out on Facebook. Now, and then in terms of internal organization within my team, so I actually don't use email. So I use email to communicate, obviously, but throughout the day, my email is shut down and all of my notifications are turned off. So I have no notifications on my phone. I have, my phone is on silent, and basically there's no way to reach me throughout the day unless you're part of my team. So my team and I hang out on Slack. Slack is the most, it's like instant messenger, right? So that's what Slack is. So me and my team are on Slack each day and I get Slack notifications. But aside from that, I really don't have any way to reach me throughout the day. I have all of my notifications turned off on all devices because my day is my time, and I don't want to I don't want to be like distracted. So, you know, I always think of email as that's someone else's agenda. Like if someone's emailing me, it's their agenda that they want to get, you know, they want access to me and my mind and my time and my energy. And so I only get into the inbox whenever I'm willing to be like, okay, cool, you can have some of my time and energy. But it's very, you know, I don't do it throughout the day. Like I have it shut down. So that is how I stay, so everyone's saying like, yeah, airplane mode. Yes, I love that. What does everyone else do? Trishy got confused in Slack. I don't know. Maybe it gets a little bit of getting used to, but yeah, I love it. I love it so much. And again, like it has the ability to search. So, you know, if I emailed my VA something that she needed to do a week ago and she hasn't done it, I can just search for that name of that task and I can find the task and be like, hey, can you do this again? So that's how I stay organized. And I am pretty organized. I'm pretty disciplined, mainly because I'm like precious of my time and I don't like to be interrupted, and I don't like to you know, I like to get my shit done. That's what I like to do. Kellyanne says, same, but certain people's energies who don't vibe think that getting access to me all day and I need to reply to text all day. Oh yeah, I don't reply to literally there are very few people whose texts I reply to. So if you're watching this and I reply to your text, you're one of my people. And Fashion Work hasn't heard of texts. It hasn't heard of Slack. So yeah, go and check out Slack. It's free and it's super good. Hey, Milgren Hartman from Tustin in California, and you love airplane mode. Awesome. Cool. And Lillian has asked, are you an early bird and do you have a daily morning routine? Yeah. So I am I an early bird? No. Am I? Well, I guess so. I don't like enjoy waking up. I wake up slowly, and I wake up, I try to do a gratitude practice or a meditation as soon as I wake up. Doesn't always happen, and it's a practice thing. It's like if I get into the habit of doing it, that I can be good at it. But ideally, my perfect morning would be waking up, popping straight on a meditation track or doing a gratitude practice or something like that. And then these days I drink chili cacao on almond milk for my morning instead of my coffee, because coffee, like in case you haven't noticed, I got a lot of energy, so I don't really need too much more energy. So I do chili cacao instead, which is super, like, you know, it's vibey and gives you a little kick and everything. And then I do Yin Yoga. Again, this doesn't always happen, but this is my perfect day. I do Yin Yoga, which is a really slow yoga practice where you're just sitting on the ground and you're holding poses in a very relaxed and comfortable manner, and you hold them for like 3 minutes at a time. So it works on releasing the fascia, which is really like, for me, I store my stress in my body. Like my body gets really stiff. So for me, if I do a yin practice, it releases all of that stress out of my muscles and out of my body. So that's how I do. So I do a yin practice each morning, and I pop on like a podcast, or when I was super keen to grow this business, I was popping on a webinar or a masterclass or a training or a YouTube video or a tutorial or something, so that I could learn something that I would then go and implement that day. And so then like the next thing that I'm sort of focused on creating is I want to write my books, right? So I'm writing my business book, Dream Life, which you guys have been asking about, which I'll tell you about. And then I want to write a memoir. So at the moment, what I'm interested in, what passion, my bliss, what I'm curious about is that, and I'm going to talk to you about this. This is about finding a purpose, is writing books and publishing books and getting literary agents and getting book deals. So at the moment, all the content that I'm consuming is all around that. So like how to get a book deal, how to get a literary agent, you know, how to write a bestseller, all these sort of things. So that's what I'm listening to over my morning yin practice. And then I have another Medi then, and then Medi is Australian for meditation. And then I do, and then I like get into my day, and that could be anywhere between 9 and 10 a.m. at this point. I'm like pretty lazy these days. So I've been doing a lot of podcasts this week. I've had like, not a lot, but I've had four podcast interviews, and they're really good interviews. They're super, super good. I can't wait to share them with you. One of the things that kept coming up that I wanted to share with you was the question that kept getting asked was, how do I find my purpose? And I hear this a lot, right? So people come to me, they're like, I don't know what my purpose is. I'm wanting to, I think I want to do this, or I think I want to start this business, or I'm not sure what I want to do next, or like COVID's happened and now I don't have a job. And on the podcast interviews, I share how I started all 3 of my businesses, and they all started in the manner in which I just described, in that I was just curious enough to want to go and learn about that thing, or I was curious enough to want to go and do that thing for free without it turning into a big job or a big, you know, a big business or a multinational brand or anything like that. It was just something that I was curious about. So for the people that are waiting to find their purpose, I just want to let you know there is no big flashing sign that says, this is my purpose, look over here, this is what you should be doing. There's no such thing like that. That's not what happens. Actually, you find your purpose by just following your curiosity. So following your, following your bliss, figuring out what you're interested in, and then following that. So that looks like what I did with this business and with the books. It's just like, you know, waking up each morning and being curious enough to sign up to webinars, go and do free trainings, read books about the topic, do YouTube videos about the topic. That's how you end up figuring out what your purpose is and what you're meant to be doing in this world. It's just by following that curiosity, and do it enough, you do it in a way that you don't require anything of it. Like there is no expectation of it. It's just something that you do because you're passionate about it. So like with me each morning, I'm super interested in how you get a book published. So that's what I'm learning about. So yeah, that's how you find your purpose. Follow your curiosity, follow your bliss, and have no expectations on where it's going to lead you. That was good, guys. Give me some love. That was super good. Give me all the thumbs up if you are loving this. Okay, so there are some more questions that have come through. So Sue has asked an Instagram question. This is something that I cover in my Influencer Nation course. This is a course that teaches you Instagram marketing and influencer marketing. So Instagram growth and influencer marketing. So Sue has asked, what do you think about being brand ambassadors? And I was talking to someone on my mentoring call about this today. So by brand ambassadors, I'm guessing that you mean doing brand deals on the gram. So getting someone to pay you to promote their product on the gram. So I did this for like probably full time for like 2 or 3 years when I had about 30,000 followers, and I did some incredible brand deals. So like I was like the first Swarovski brand deal in Australia, like the first influencer that they worked with, Swarovski Australia. I was an LG ambassador for like 3 years. I got to fly to Singapore with them. I promoted all of their new latest release phones. I was a Renae ambassador for like 2 years. So I had a free Renae for 2 years. Renae is that car. I've had Vespas. I've had What else? Everything you can imagine, and literally everything else in between. So like every kind of hair, beauty, makeup, products, everything in my house at one point was all brand deals. Like my couch is a brand deal, my TV's a brand deal, my artwork is brand deals. So like, I love a good brand deal, don't get me wrong. However, you have to think about why you're doing the brand deal. So Suha, if you're wanting to do the brand deal because you want to be an influencer, great. Then rock on, do the brand deal, get that money, get the bag, go for it. But looking at what your long-term plan is probably not a long-term plan, right? So whereas now my long-term plan is that I want to sell e-courses and books. So it doesn't make sense for me to be promoting someone else's brand on my gram. It makes sense for me to be talking about my own brand and, what's coming up for me. So I guess like, what do I think about them? I think they're great. I think you want to make sure that they're aligned with your brand and your message. And I also think that there's a limit to how many you can do. Like at one point, there was a year long of one of my Instagrams where every single post, in that year was a brand deal. So obviously that's exhausting to my followers. So, hence why my followers are all like, we don't like you anymore. So that's what I think about brand deals. Hey Brett, hey Yogi Girl, hey JRG, what's up Alexandra? Could you recommend any websites to find classes and courses? Yeah, there are heaps. If you just want generic classes and courses, then just go to udemy.com or go to amber.courses. More importantly, it's going to be way better courses on there. Amber.courses, there's heaps of free classes on there. So on amber.courses, that's kind of like my marketplace where I host all of the classes that I've ever taught. So these are the free hour-long training programs that teach you everything that I know in terms of that I can teach you in an hour in terms of my major signature courses. So I have an hour-long training program on mindset. I have an hour-long training program on how to build an e-course and funnel. I have an hour-long training program on how to be a fashion stylist. I have an hour-long training program on personal branding and publicity, which is super relevant to where we're at in 2020. And there's 3 videos on influencer marketing as well. So if you're looking for any of that kind of content, go to amber.courses, sign up for a free hour-long masterclass, and you can get all the good stuff from there. There's heaps of great stuff in there. So someone's asking about the book. So the book is, I don't think I've spoken about this on here yet. I think I've only spoken about it on my podcast. Let me have a little sip to think. 1 second. Okay. So the book is, I'm not going to give you the name just yet because I want to do a big name reveal. But the book follows the acronym of this one word, and there's 5 letters in the word. So the first letter is all about, the first letter teaches you mindset. So in the book, it's an ebook. You can buy the book. It's going to be out very soon. I know I keep saying that, but we're going to do a big launch soon, and you'll hear about it. Don't worry. The first letter is mindset. So in this, we teach you all about all of the things that I see female entrepreneurs struggle with when they're putting themselves out as the face of their brand. So things like perfectionism, comparisonitis, building resilience, building grit, building what else? Building self-love and self-worth and self-esteem. So that's all covered in the first part. The second part is my personal branding content. So this is where we figure out your genius zone, figure out your superpowers, and we package you up as a powerful personal brand that people will want to listen to. The third part is where we build your estate content. So this is where we build your ebook or your e-course or your digital product. So something that you can sell one to many. So you create it once and then you sell it over and over again so that you can have that hashtag freedom life. Then the third part is automation. This is where we do the funnels. And then the 5th part is magnetize. And this is where we do your traffic. So this is where we figure out your content marketing strategy. We figure out how we're going to get all of your dream customers to you. So the book is coming soon, and you guys are going to be first sneak preview at the book. If you have any if you have any ideas around what we can do for the book launch, then please let me know. I'm totally open to ideas. Someone said something last week and I didn't read it properly, but it was something about following a launch party. But let me know what we can do to do a big launch for the book. And the book launch is going to coincide with the TV show launch. So the TV show is going to be airing on a global streaming service. So everyone in the country, everyone in all of the countries can watch the TV show all at once. So we're going to be doing like viewing of the show and then talking about the book and all of the things. So yeah, if you've got any ideas, like if you've seen anyone do like a book launch that you're like, hey, that's really cool, let me know and I'll go and check out their launch and hack it. Lily's asked, when are you going to have your own show? I don't know, Lily. What will my show be about? I think that's the problem. I don't really know what my show would be about. If anyone has any ideas, let me know. So I spent like a large part of my like, how old was I? Like, I don't know. When I first moved to Sydney, when I was big into TV, doing all my TV presenting and like, you know, all of the television stuff, I tried to get my own fashion styling show. Like I wanted to be Rachel Zoe here in Australia. So she's like a celebrity stylist and, you know, she's super extra and doing like, you know, dressing all the celebrities and stuff. But like no one gives a fuck about fashion here and there's certainly no money in fashion here. So I spent a long time trying to get fashion shows off the ground. Like I tried to get a fashion police here off the ground, but again, we hate our celebrities. So there's no point in doing a fashion police and talking about our celebrities' fashion because we fucking hate them. And I tried to get a fashion styling show, but again, no one cares about fashion here. So like I tried to get a few fashion shows off the ground like way back in the day. And obviously there's no market for it here. So what is my show? Someone tell me what my show is and I will get the show off the ground. Hey JOG, what's up? Lillian, Kellyanne. Oh, there's lots of love. Oh, what's all the love for? I've missed that part of the chat. Christina Carrington PR. Wow. Oh, what were you guys all like preaching about? Everyone was like giving me all the hearts and I missed all of that. Amazing training about marketing and business plan. Milgren, are you asking for amazing training about marketing business plans? Let me know. Lily is saying Amber's 1 hour is like most people's 5 hours in terms of value and tips. I love that she gives actionable, impactful steps. I love you, Lily. It is super good. It was so funny. Like today's, we did a live stream for my, Freedom Funnels babes. Freedom Funnels is the course that teaches you how to build an e-course and a funnel. And basically everyone on the call started the conversation with like, I'm just so grateful for you. Thank you so much, Amber. They all just like started this. And then at one point there was like everyone unmuted and just started talking about how amazing I was. I was like, okay, guys, okay, enough. And okay, tell me more, but really, no, that's enough. It was kind of funny for me, but also like, you know, awkward because like, I don't know, it's awkward. Lily, done nearly, yeah, Trishi has done nearly all of my classes and they are fabulous. And Milgren saying love free webinar training. Are the classes live? Fashion work, the classes are not live, but they are, you can do them at your own time. Lily, Amber has been through all the levels of building an incredible laptop lifestyle, the ups and downs. She's absolutely rocks. I'm so glad she's putting out all this wisdom in a book format. Ah, you're the best, Lily. Hashtag freedom life. How much is your book? I don't know. I think it's going to be like either $5.60 or $7.99. That is what we're thinking. But let me know if you have, thoughts around that. And I guess that would be US dollars. So I'd be open to hearing everyone's thoughts. Yeah, I'm going to host a Zoom party book launch. Yeah, fuck yeah, I am. Yeah. Lily, I was totally get back to you about book launches. Oh, thanks, Lily. Lily says my life. So Lily, we're editing the vlog of the behind the scenes of the making of the TV show. And I'm not going to lie, the vlog's fucking cool. Like it's really cool. It's very, very cool. So so the vlog is going to launch at the same time as the show launches, as the same time as the book launches. And I'm hoping that the vlog is going to kick on. Like I hope it's going to be a huge success. I just signed a deal with an American camera company that's going to give me some cameras that will also really help with vlogging. So yeah, maybe my TV show is about my life, and maybe that's going to be the show. Who knows? If anyone out there is listening that would like to pay for it, let me know. And you have some huge changes coming up in the next 2 years. I have some huge changes coming up in the next 2 years. A reality show. Oh my God. Thinking of show. Oh, cool. Everyone's thinking of show ideas for me. Thanks. Live Your Wellness. That's an interesting show. Kellyanne saying we love you. Amazing training tonight. Oh, thanks, Milgren. You think you like $7.99, Lily? Okay, cool. Oh, Kellyanne is saying up the price. Up the price. Fuck yes. Book launch. Yes, launch. Oh, yay. Thanks, guys. Love it. You guys are all excited. Yes, JRG, it will only be an ebook format for the interim. So the purpose of this book is actually a lead generation book. So it's a lead generation tool to get people into my funnels, to get them to basically collect leads for free. So that's the whole purpose of this book. The second book, thanks Trishy, you're so funny. Trishy saying at least $8.23. The second book, so the whole purpose of this book is to establish the fact that I can sell books. So what I'm trying to do here is to show everyone, and by everyone, I've lost my filter. By everyone, I mean book publishers. I'm trying to show them that I can sell books so that I can then take that that proof and take it to a book publisher and like Penguin Random House. Shout out Penguin Random House. I want a book deal with you, and get a book deal for my memoir, which will be like my life. So the memoir will be self-helpy. It will be, you know, lots of stories about what I've been through and like all the great stuff that I've been through. So that's what the book is going to be about. So Trishy, the purpose of the book is to break even. Yes. So the purpose of the book from the ad spend is to break even, Trishy. So let me break down the funnel with you guys. So the book is top of funnel, but it's actually a purchase, which is not normally top of funnel is free. But I'm going to be running ads to cold traffic to get them to buy the book, and I want it to be just a total no-brainer, right? So I want people to be like, holy fuck, that's like 200 pages of how to run an online business for $5. I'd be an idiot not to buy that book. So that's the mindset that I want people to be in. So then people are going to buy the book, right? And then once they buy the book, I want to break even on that initial I know you guys love the ninja funnel stuff. I want to break even on that initial ad spend. So my goal is to price the book at a price that I can run an ad to cold traffic and break even on that ad. So as in like the cost per sale would be a break-even cost. So that's my goal for the pricing of the book. So then once they buy the book, they get to the thank you page. The thank you page is actually an upsell page. That upsell page will then go to 3 other upsells where they'll be upsold into all of my courses, Trishy. So you know all of my courses, like my funnel, not my funnels course, it'll be my influencer course, it'll be my mindset course, and it'll be my personal branding course. And they're going to be super cheap on that book funnel. So normally you would buy those courses for whatever, $1,000, $1,500, whatever, but on the book funnel, they'll be super cheap, like really affordable. So then people will go through there. So I'm hoping to make a little bit of money on that upsell funnel so that I can then take that money, put it back into ads. So that's what that is all about. So that then they'll go through 3 upsells. Then at the end of the upsell, they land on the final thank you page, which is actually the webinar opt-in page for my signature program, Freedom Funnels. So then when they land on that page, then they're like, cool, I'm going to opt into a webinar, and then they're going to, it's all about increasing the average cart spend and the lifetime value of the customer. Exactly. So then they're going to opt into the webinar for Freedom Funnels. And then I'm hoping that the Freedom Funnels, by then I'm basically like at least cash flow neutral, if not cash flow positive on my lead generation for Freedom Funnels, which is my signature course, which is how to build an e-course and a freedom life. So Trishy, does that make sense of why we're creating this book? And so the whole idea is that I should be able to build a really big list of this book, and prove that I can sell, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of copies, and then take that to a publisher and be like, I've already sold 100,000 copies of my ebook. Do you want to publish me? At which point they're going to be like, fuck yeah, we do, because then I've got 100,000 people that are potentially going to buy my next book. Is everyone getting that? Now, if someone would like to build all that for me, because I just can't be fucked building things at the moment, but there's always next week. Maybe next week I can give a single fuck about building something. If you guys loved that was some like legitimate ninja shit. So let me know if you loved it. How long did it take to write the book? Not that long. The book is all content that I've written at some stage or another. So the book as it stands is already, it needs like one final edit, and like, and this is what I'm like when I don't have a deadline, because I don't have a deadline at this point. It can come out whenever. So when I don't have a deadline, I'm the biggest procrastinator. So I reckon it requires 2 hours of my time and that book is finished. And it's been like that for 2 weeks now. Like, come on, Amber. This is what's known as resistance. So when you find yourself, this is all my students, when you find yourself that you're doing this, like you're doing this sort of thing, like 2 hours of work to finish a project and you just can't find those 2 hours, what that is it's not, well, it's procrastination, but it's actually resistance. So there's a limiting belief in your subconscious that's telling you that it's not safe for you to finish that project. So what I mean by safe is your subconscious is saying, we want you to stay where you are because you know where you are and it's safe where you are, and you know all the things about where you are, and you understand about where you are right now. So we want you to stay here. So that's what your subconscious is always doing at all points in your life, trying to keep you safe. So when you're facing resistance at putting stuff out there, putting a course out there, putting a book out there, shooting a live stream, like whatever it is, that resistance is trying to keep you safe. And you need to be aware of that and be aware of the fact that it's actually not keeping you safe, it's keeping you stuck, which is what mine is doing for me right now. So when you're faced with this, and you will get faced with this all of the time, and often whenever you're about to take that next step into that next big thing, you'll find yourself in this period of stuckness, procrastinationness. All of a sudden, I spoke to one of my mentees today. She was like, all of a sudden I'm so busy, and she's minutes away from pressing live on her course. And she's like, I'm so busy with everything else. I'm like, yeah, that's resistance. So when you find yourself in this situation, you firstly need to be aware of it, that that's what's going on. And secondly, I don't know, like what's the way out? So the way out is to give yourself a little compassion rather than beating yourself up. That would be step one. So, being kind to yourself and acknowledging like, hey, it's a big deal. You're about to become a published author. Like, acknowledging the fact that could be scary for your subconscious. And then also just letting your subconscious know that there's nothing to be scared about here. It's just, we're just writing a book. That's it. So, and then maybe seeking out help. So I know this is one of the most common things that I get on my mentoring calls is my students are like, like they come to me with resistance and then I coach them through it. Apparently I don't know how to coach myself through it, but I'm very good at coaching other people through it. So that is what's going on for me right now. Okay. Oh my God, there's lots of questions. What is all this Amber app stuff that you guys want? What do you want in the app? What's my favorite animal? The dolphin. I would love to be a dolphin, mainly because they have sex for pleasure. Also because they love the water, which is me also. So excited to get into ninja funnel hacking. Yay, everyone's loving the ninja funnel hacking. Have you watched Next in Fashion? No, I haven't. I think is it the same as Project Runway? I think it's the same as Project Runway, right? Oh my God, you guys are loving the geeky ninja stuff, the funnel stuff. I love it, me too. Amber, my husband work Google now. I don't know, you're missing a word in there, Milgren, but let me know. I love that you were sharing that so close. How about you get it done by next wine time? You guys are setting me, oh my God, there isn't going to be a next wine time next week, just so you know. Also, next week I'm going away for like 5 days to be at my family's. Oh wow, I don't think I can say this out loud. I don't think I can say this. I'm going to my brother's house with the rest of my siblings for 5 days. There you go, I said it. And it will be the last time that we all get to do that for a while. So I won't be doing a wine time because I'll be like hanging out with them, so there'll be no working then. I'm like super sad about that. Ooh, so no, it won't be one. So it won't get done next week because I'm going to take like 3 days off and go and hang out with my fam for like the last time ever. No wine until it's done. Trishy, come on now, that's unrealistic. Amber, the important to focus your business journey. It is important to focus your business journey. Lily, we've got you. You got this. You could create an app where you have all of your classes. Yeah, I've thought about doing an app with all of my classes on it. But I don't know. When I think about apps, like how often do you use an app, like a personal app, compared to how often you use Facebook? It's not that often, you know. Like most people, I feel like get people's attention where they're already hanging out, rather than trying to expect them to come over to a new platform. That's always been my point of view when it comes to building things. I'm always like, let's make it easy for people where they already are. I always just think, let's make it easy for people where they already are. So my you know, I think it's like, keep them on the app that they're already using. Oh, thanks you guys. Lily saying I'm so sorry. JG saying having a good time. Trishy sending hugs. Smooches babe sending big love. Thanks guys. It's gonna be really tough for me. So next week, they're here until the 27th. So on that week of the 27th, I literally need everyone to like support me. I'm not gonna be okay. It's the last time that I'm with my family because my oldest brother is moving. I don't even think I can say this out loud. My oldest brother is moving to Portugal with his wife, who's French Portuguese, and they are going to go and live there because, you know, they think that that's a good idea to do that during a global pandemic. So that's happening, which means that the siblings, you know, we have siblings catch-ups all the time, me and my 3 brothers. And we have like larger group catch-ups with like the wives and the nephews all the time as well. And that's over because they're going to take that nephew and the little newbie kid with them. And the nephew is like my favorite human. He's on his way. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to go pick him up and we're having a sleepover tonight. So, so yeah, it will be a level of heartbreak that I've never actually experienced. Yeah. So yeah, I should probably talk about what I'm doing to prepare for that. But anyway, Lily, are you saying in Oz? Lily, I'm not allowed out of fucking Oz. If it wasn't a global pandemic, I would just buy the next flight over there. Like I literally would just pack up my shit and just go and live in Portugal. Like no fucks given. But I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to leave my country. I'm not welcome in their country. And you know, who knows when the next time is that I'll be allowed in fucking Portugal. Yeah, that nephew, the cutest nephew in the world. Exactly. I have 23 more days with him by my side. Oh, fuck. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being so supportive. So, yeah, I'm not going to be okay about that. I think I'm going to take one more question and then I'm going to go pick up my nephew and we're going to hang out. Let me know if anyone else wants to ask any questions or if I missed anything on the live call. Lots of good chat today on the live. Cheers, guys. Thanks for hanging out live. Thank you, guys. Oh, hey, Viv. Hope you're well. Kellyanne said, I'm cancelling my flight to go camping. You make me want to hang out with my fan band more. Oh my gosh. I just feel like hanging out with the fam is all that's at, right? And you guys are so sweet. Lily saying, cheers, this was fun. Trishy saying more wine. Lily saying, you're amazing. Thank you. It's 4:44. What's the 4 angel number? Does anyone know? Let me see if there are any questions over on Facey. Otherwise, I think we'll wrap this up. Oh, thanks, Coco. Coco said I look amazing. I got my hair done this week, which, you know, who knew it could make such an impact? So my hair is good. My skin's looking good. And I'm just feeling good, you know, just like doing all the things that make me feel good about life. Oh, astrological genius tips. Trishy, we spoke earlier about the moon. If anyone wants to chime in about what's going on for them with the moon, that would be cool. It's a full moon in Pisces, and yeah, it's all about just choosing the new self. So oh, someone saying I thought you did something in the hair. Oh, 4 means solid foundation. Oh, that's good. Okay, well that's good. We were talking about my family leaving and it's solid foundation. That's good. So all of my astrologers are saying that this is like the sort of like the end of the 2020 bullshit, and like this is the start, sort of like the start of the phase of the age of Aquarius. Oh, JRG, you're a Pisces? Oh, okay. Well, this is your annual full moon. Your annual moon, in fact. So all of my astrologers are saying like this is like the turning point. Like this is where it sort of like all finishes, and then we choose to turn into, what's my guy calling it? The metamorphosis of the butterfly. Like he's saying the, what are we in? September. September is metamorphosis month. So we all like end of the old ways and beginning of the new ways. That's what Kellyanne's saying, setting boundaries. Excited to hear what they say. I actually set a pretty firm boundary on what day was that? Wednesday, which I'm not comfortable doing, but I set that boundary. Ella is saying you need to have a good cry with this moon to move forward. I love that. Lily is saying the start of the golden age. Lillian, my moon is in Aquarius. We're about to go into the age of Aquarius, so I actually don't know what that means for me, but yeah, I think it'll be good. I don't know where Pisces. Hang on, no, I don't know. I think my Pisces is in Virgo. I have no, maybe, I'm not sure. Coco saying you'll be good at having a good cry. So am I, Coco. I'm an excellent crier. And Kellyanne saying not being Miss Yes. Okay, so that's what you need to work on, boundaries and not being Miss Yes. Totally. I'm pretty good at saying no these days. Yeah. And that took a lot though. Like I was like Miss Yes, people pleaser. Maybe I should add in some people pleasing stuff to the book. Ooh, I forgot about that. Do you want people pleasing stuff in the book? Let me know. It's certainly going to be in the memoir. The full moon makes you cry so much. Oh, you're so aligned with the moon. It has been an emotional week for me. I've been napping every day. I've had like 2 naps. Well, yeah, what day is it today? Friday. So I napped on Wednesday and I napped on Thursday, which is a lot. And do you recommend them? Who do I recommend, Kellyanne? Let me know. LVR has asked, this moon also means snapping out of the dream we've been in, opening our eyes to our reality, baby. Yes. And also like manifesting a new reality, right? Like I feel like it's like the turning point of like, this is what we want in our lives. This is it. Lillian, lol, that will tell you how this Pisces moon is hitting you most. Oh, that's right. Oh, the astrologers. Yeah, I do. So, and JRG's been napping as well. So my astrologers that I recommend on YouTube, because I just love watching YouTube astrologers. So, I actually think the number one astrologer is, you're looking at my top? Yeah, it's got sequins all over it. The number one astrologer, well, I think the number one is Astrolada, Lada. I think she is really good. She has a lot of other people on her channel who are not as good, but I love Astrolada. I think she is very good with her and accurate with her readings. But I actually think if you search for Namaste today, he's a quiet taste. Like he's super eccentric. He's a dude. He's a super eccentric dude, but I actually think, and he's got his own kind of formula of it all, but I actually think his wisdom is spot on. So does anyone else listen to that guy? Christopher Witecki, Namaste Today. I think he's super, super good. The others that I think do a really good job are Astrology with Heather. I think she's very good. She's a little bit greener, but I think she does a great job. And then the other one is Annie Botticelli. And so what I do is I just like listen to all of them, and the parts that seem to resonate with me are the parts that I take away and the parts that I take on, and I kind of like listen to it and digest it, and then what I find myself thinking about later, I'm like, okay, cool, that's what was meant for me. So that's sort of how I do astrology. And I've thought about like, learning how to read my own astro chart, but again, I'm not that passionate about it. It's not like something that I'm super driven about. It's just like a hobby for me. And namaste to you. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go grab my nephew and we are going to do some coloring in. We're going to watch our favorite movie, which is Over the Hedge, which is so good. It's like, I swear to God, whoever writes these kids movies, I swear they're making them for the adults and not the kids. Because like I'm watching Over the Hedge and just like pissing myself. I love it so good. It's so good. Love it so good. I love it so much. It's really good. My star sign is Sagittarius Sun. Taurus moon, Taurus rising, Aquarius moon. Steve, yeah, Steven. Trishy's got 4 kids. Trishy's got 4 kids. Yeah, 4, right? Yeah, so you watch over the hedge. All right, guys. Yeah, Anybody Chili is great. She is really good. When did you decide to get personal readings? I get personal readings like every couple of years, not so much these days. I wanted to get one at the start of this year because the North Node is moving, the South Node is moving into my sign. So I feel like that's a huge deal. That only happens like every, I don't know, 12 times, maybe like every 20 years or so, maybe more. So yeah, the South Node is moving into Sagittarius. I wanted to know what that means to me, but I've kind of deduced that what that means is that I'm going to be less Sagittarian. So, and certainly I am. So my whole life has been traveling whenever the fuck I want, no commitment, no interest in relationships, no, no settling down, no worrying about the future, none of those things. And, just fly by the seat of my pants. That's been my entire life. And this is the first time that I'm like, oh my God, I need to start thinking about all these things. So I feel like that's making me less Sagittarian. Trishy's got, 3 boys. Yeah. Nice talking to you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Lots of love. Bye.